Hey guys, it's Holly. So, I mean, if you didn't notice, which, I mean, you probably have, I'm an adult fan of LEGO who is also a girl, and when I was younger, one of my first ever sets was Clikits, and funnily enough, I didn't actually know that this was LEGO at the time, and this isn't the one I had. I've actually had to repurchase this, but I did have this set growing up, and I absolutely loved Clikits, and LEGO for a while has been trying to get into kind of the girls market in like the toy industry. They want to take people away from Barbies, and admittedly, I was a kid who also played with Barbies and stuff like that, and they're really trying, and in 2020, they've kind of gone back to what they did with Clikits by releasing a brand new thing called Dots. And as soon as I saw Dots for the first time, it gave me major flashbacks to Clikits because there are so many similarities. I know that Clikits did a lot of picture frames and jewelry boxes and bags and bracelets and things like that, and that is exactly what Dots is doing. You have the $8 wristbands, and you've got like your jewelry boxes and your pencil holders. In series 2, they ended up doing frames and all the things like that. So I thought it would be really interesting to kind of take a look at both Clikits and Dots, because essentially I feel like it's the same thing, just repackaged. So the cheapest thing you can get from Dots are these little wristbands, and I'm really surprised at like how much I actually like these. These are very comfortable. The one thing I don't like about them is like just the limited amount of colors they have. I feel like for girls there's like a lot of pinks and purples and blues and things like that, and like light greens, but there aren't that many that I think would appeal to boys as well, besides the black. But then the black one comes with all the space glittery unicorn sparkle pieces. And I did buy 2 of these. One because like it's my branding, pink and black. That's like what I wear a lot. Like of course I'm gonna get the pink one. And I wanted the black one because I feel like I could take a lot of like Star Wars or Harry Potter or Mario or Sesame Street, literally any type of 1x1s, and kind of make a bracelet out of that, which is why I wanted the black. In terms of the actual printed pieces, I don't think they're that interesting, at least to me, especially with the animals. I guess like the paw prints are kind of cute and I might be able to utilize them. The space ones I definitely think are a lot cooler. Like those shiny pearlescent like gems are amazing, but like I feel like they're just like you've got emoji poops and things like that, and I get that's kind of what kids are into. If you're gonna put them in your sets, you're really gonna limit that to literally just kids. I feel like you could put a lot more interesting printed pieces in Dots, but I feel like another thing with Dots is that they're very small. When I was younger, I had Clikits when I was like 5 or something, and the recommended age was 6, I believe. And these pieces are admittedly a lot bigger. Look, you have like a ring, and then you've got these massive pits here, and although they're technically LEGO, they weren't really LEGO compatible, but I remember it was a lot easier for me to kind of keep track of these pieces and not really lose them. So first up, I want to kind of have a look at every single thing and kind of like see what it's all about. Specifically, I want to open up this Clikits frame. Clikits is actually surprisingly hard to come by these days, so I had to buy these ones used, and I actually haven't had a look at this. I'm honestly shocked that it even came with its box. This is bringing back so many memories. So here's basically a little rundown. You get your little picture frame, and then you can stack a bunch of things on, and they'll all connect to the frame, which is pretty cool. And then you had like a specialized brick separator. I remember using that a lot and kind of redoing it. And then you could have these plastic things to hang it up on the wall and stuff like that. And there was like 3 different girls, and you had like different themes, and I always had like the blue one for the most part. I remember loving the pink. Look, you can make a pencil pop by putting the 4 frames together. Just like Dots as well, they come in these really nice kind of containers, although I feel like the Dots ones, you're gonna be able to fit a lot more in. Oh my gosh, I'm having so many flashbacks right now. This is amazing. This is your little Clikits like brick separator thing that you would like kind of push them in and flick them up. So literally all you would do is press and push these down. I don't actually get how this would be LEGO, honestly, like looking back at it. I think maybe that's one of the reasons why Clikits did not work, is that it was just too far removed from LEGO to actually be anything. Now, one of the best things about the Clikits frames, I think, in my opinion at least, is that you could decorate both sides. For example, I have just made a little picture frame that has little feet so I can stand it up and things like that. Like I can have this displayed from both directions. They're also really small. Oh look, we have a Clikits poster. Beautiful. So, you know, back when this was new and like probably fresh out the box, this stuff you could make into like necklaces and bracelets and things like that. And to me, I personally feel like this is gonna be more successful than these Dots wristbands. Like as comfy as this thing is, like this looked like actual jewelry, and I feel like to a lot of young girls, it's probably a lot better than doing something like this where you kind of design your own. Yes, this could be kind of like a friendship band thing, but to me then it kind of like enters the realm of like the good old loom band days. It's this type of stuff that I feel like Clikits really excelled in, was like the little pouches, because they were rubberized. It wasn't brick built. Like, people are actually going to use this stuff. Like, the frames are cool and all, but I feel like they're just not that handy and useful. You also had little Clikits rings, which I can put on my pinky finger, so that's really cool. And you had these little like plasticky things to put behind it and then stick on it, which I wonder if I can actually stick that into... Oh my gosh, I can stick that into my dots bracelet. Hold on a second. You're kidding. Can I actually? I can. Look at that. Right, that is something I never noticed. So the holes in the dots bracelet are like, what is that, a stud big or something? I wonder. Boy, that's wild. I mean, I don't think it's gonna stay in there very stiffly, but that's a thing. Like, this is actually a thing. I can stick my Clikits in here. That just made this even cooler. Boom, Clikits. Does this make you feel like you're in 2005? Because it does for me. And I love how you would get these like things like this that you could bend and then like make into a frame and kind of like attach like that. And then to attach it, you would place it like this and then stick your Clikits on like that. And just things like that. Like, you could stack things up. I feel like dots just isn't really the same. Hands down though, that's the best discovery of the day. So now on to dots. I built this like entire jewelry box, and I feel like now as a LEGO fan, the appeal to me is that it uses actual LEGO. But looking back at Clikits and like this little pouch and how this was like a specialized rubberized thing and this is just brick built, I feel like this doesn't quite have the same appeal. Like, I open it up and it's very limited by what it is. Firstly, it's very small. Those specialized bags, you could fit a lot of stuff in, and I wish I could have bought the one that I had. But it's like these days, all right, I can put my LEGO magnets in it, but not even that many of them. I could put like my Minnie Mouse keychain, can put Rapunzel, my mini dolls. And like, yeah, I can rearrange it to put some more stuff in. Let me just chuck my lightsaber earrings in there. They only just fit. Actually, I honestly feel like this is the best place to put them. And like, all that will still close. It's kind of deceiving because you do have like one plate of height, but like, there's not a lot of space. Oh, I wonder if I could put my pink spaceman in here too. So in terms of like the dot sets, I honestly don't think they're that good. Where I do think LEGO has hit a gold mine, however, is with this kind of like rubberized studded thingy here. And the reason I said that is because they decided to put it on clothes with the LEGO Levi's collaboration. This is like a very similar material to this. I think this is a bit more like robust than the bracelets, but I really think LEGO should have just gone in with clothes and not just kids clothes. I feel like if they did a range of adults clothes as well, I'm definitely gonna buy it because this patch brought me so much joy. I made an entire video about this hoodie, and I feel like if you made these patches and put them on clothes that kids could also buy and sell it in a LEGO section, I also think if you did that, you're not just going to appeal to the girls, but you're going to appeal to the boys as well. Because boys aren't going to buy things like rings or bracelets for the most part. Yeah, they're also marketed towards boys very loosely, just in like the photos. I feel like the actual products aren't really marketed towards them. Picture frames are kind of for everyone, but at the same time, it's like LEGO literally sell proper LEGO picture frames, so I don't know why you would buy a brick built one. So when I kind of put the two side by side, I think what they are trying to achieve is appealing to girls and doing like jewelry and frames, and honestly, I think Clikits kind of hit that market a bit better. In terms of introducing girls to LEGO though, I think Dots definitely does do that by using actual LEGO bricks. Because one of the reasons I bought this one is because it had a bunch of cool colors and pieces that I can literally use in my collection. Like, look at these giant plates I can use. I'm really excited for that. It was also really fun to sit down and do a design on my little Dots thing. I really did enjoy that. And that's something I think I took a lot more time, effort, and care in compared to Clikits. I kind of just sat down and would like put them all on there, at least when I was little. Like, there aren't as much space to kind of make your own design as there were with the Dots. So overall, I think Clikits definitely hit the nail on the head with what they were trying to achieve, and I feel like Dots is kind of lacking in that area. I think they tried, but they just tried to make it too LEGO based that they kind of failed at the same time. I think the brick built jewelry boxes, I feel like a bag would have been so much better in that way. However, I think LEGO has kind of hit a gold mine with like that LEGO Levi's Dots collaboration. this is marketed as a Dots product. I feel like if they would just stick like a white patch on a plain black shirt or a black patch on a plain white shirt and marketed that with dots and like the packets and things like that that you get with the wristbands with like those printed tiles and the printed 1x1s, and that's how they sold it rather than like bracelets and jewelry boxes, I think they could be onto something here. That is how I personally would love to see dots go in the future. I think that would sell really well, not just to the girls, but to the boys. I also think if they kind of combine dots with Friends and dots with Disney Princess as well, that would be absolutely incredible. Imagine getting like some printed Disney tiles. I think a lot of people would love buying that. And I think wearing it on clothes rather just than on your wrist or a pencil pot or a frame, I think that's where they should really go with this. And as much as I love the little pouches like this, I am glad that Dots did just go the route for this is Lego compatible, unlike Friends where they kind of did the mini doll thing and made it Lego but also separated it from Lego, I think a bit too much. But in doing that, Dots also kind of removed themselves from what they were actually trying to achieve. I feel like they could have hit a really nice middle ground with a mixture of brick built things and more like specialized things like those bags, specifically for the things they wanted to do with jewelry. The benefit as well with Clikits was you could make little jewelry ornaments by putting these two pieces together. You would have this front part here and then like a little back and stick them together, and that would be like your little jewelry ornament that you could add onto like this fishing line type of thing. Oh, I found another ring. Boom, how stylish. I would absolutely love to see Lego bring stuff like these rings back, and like I feel like just a better version of the bracelets and necklaces. I feel like that would be really cool. Like do a Clikits type of thing and then put it in like the Dots jewelry boxes and have a necklace. But have like a little Lego pendant or something like that. Like get one of those pieces with the hole in it and like the 4 studs where it's curved at the top, and then put that on like a little Lego necklace, and then you can like make a small design out of that. That would be so cool. I honestly feel like Dots has a lot more potential than Clikits did, and I do hope it sticks around. I would really love to see where they take it, and like I said, imagine more clothes with that, or even with the new Adidas collaboration, if they put it on that as well and made that kind of Dots related, that would be so cool. But let me know your thoughts down below. Did you know that Clikits was Lego? Have you ever heard of Clikits? And what are your opinions on both Clikits and Dots? But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below. And until next time guys, I'll see you later.